This sold for a whopping $10 on Poshmark. So after their 20% fee, that gave me a payout of $7, and I paid $3 for this item. So not the best bang for my buck there. These Gap Capri crop jeans, these were size 15. These sold April 2024. And they sold for $14, you guys. It gave me an earnings of $9. I got these Gap jeans. Do you guys remember when I was buying those mystery bags from my Goodwill outlet? If you haven't seen those videos, listen, I'm going to be mentioning a lot of videos. I will try to remember you guys to link them down below. But my Goodwill outlet does these mystery bags. So like right when you walk in the store, you can get these huge mystery bags of either t-shirts. It's not t-shirts, it's shirts. They call it shirts, or a mystery bag of jeans. And I would buy the jeans, and the bag was $20, you guys. And these bags weighed anywhere from like 10 to 15 pounds. So per piece, I was paying like less than $1 per jean. So I did make a profit on these. I just thought they would sell, like I was hoping for at least closer to 20. Gap jeans are expensive, you guys. Brand new, look it up. Gap, the prices have gone up. Like they're not the prices that I remember when I used to go shop in malls like a long time ago. They're like, these retailed for $70 or $80 brand new, but we all know the retail price doesn't always mean that the resale price will be great. So anyways, they sold pretty fast. They sold for $14, gave me a payout of $9, and I paid 80 cents per jean from that bag. This reminds me, I need to go buy some more of those bags. I loved buying those bags. It was just so much fun. It wasn't the best bang for my buck because I still have some jeans from bags that I bought like in January that have still not sold. So it's almost been a year, but it's fun. I will be honest, I probably wouldn't buy those if I wasn't doing YouTube, because I like to unbox them, but it's fun to unbox them with you guys. And then also if I get like 10 pairs of jeans to list, it's great, because I've had a couple of those mystery bags where I literally had to just redonate or throw away almost everything because they were just really like in bad shape. But I've also made quite a bit of money from that. So, you know, give and take. I will probably buy those again, but honestly, if I'm just being honest, I would be buying it for YouTube. I didn't even really say hello to you guys. Hello. If you are new here, I share the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between about my reselling business. So this video, we are going to talk about the piss poor sales that I've had this year, because that is the reality, you guys. Even though I've had some amazing sales, I've had a great year reselling, I've also had some horrible sales. It's a roller coaster, you guys. So you can learn from my mistakes. Grab a snack, grab a drink. It's going to be a long one. I've learned a lot of lessons this year, and we're going to do all the platforms, you guys. We're going to do Poshmark, eBay, ThredUp, the RealReal. This is probably going to be a very long video. You know, it's a good video to put on while you're listing, you're working. Just put me on the background, and yeah, we'll just get into it. I'm just going to go through these. I'm not going to talk too much about live sales, because a lot of the live sell things that I do, like this rack behind me, I'm going to be selling on a live sell, but I don't actually list those things. Like I don't photograph them. I just run them as a number. So like this one is hanger number 1. I'll run it as hanger number 1. It's a Viore sweatshirt, and then I will just sell it, you know, and it's ran as a number. So I don't have actual pictures that I can show you. So all of this stuff that we're going to talk about today is listed. I will be transparent though. A lot of my live sales, I have sold very, very low price things on live sales, because a lot of times, especially earlier this year, I was just trying to revive my live selling career. So I would have like these blowout sales where I would start everything at $5, $10. I don't think I've ever done a live sale where I started everything at $3, especially not on Poshmark. I just can't do that, because if you guys didn't know, if you sell something on Poshmark for $3, you get a payout. It's like 2 or 5 cents or something. I think it's 5 cents, or is it 2 cents? It's sad. It's like, let's just say it's 5 cents. Okay. So, I've done that a couple times, and I'm losing money because I don't get anything for 5 cents. You know what I mean? The cheapest I get things for $1. So I don't do that very often, especially not on Poshmark. I used to do it quite a bit on Whatnot, but because their fees are a little bit lower, but I would start things at like $5. So just being transparent, I have a ton of really low dollar sales on live sales where I've lost money. I can't show them to you because a lot of times I don't list things on live sales, but I do have a couple things this year that I did sell for such a sad amount in a live sale that was actually listed. So I will show you those. So I just wanted to let you guys know, because I know the majority of you are not into live sales and you don't care about those live sales. So here's a beauty product that didn't sell for as much as I thought it would. I got this in a local pickup. I buy a lot of my inventory local. This is Kate Somerville. It's the Eradicate Daily Cleanser. If you are new around here, I sell everything. I sell beauty products. I sell diapers. I always use the example of diapers, you guys, because I sell a lot of diapers. I sell a lot of adult diapers, but I sell walkers. I sell golf clubs. So I sell everything. But my favorites to sell are really like beauty products, vintage hard goods, and clothing. So I love this product. I've used it for years myself. I got it in a local buyout. This sold for $9. This is an example of something that sold during a live sale that I actually did have listed. I will list things and sell them in a live sale when I have multi-quantities. So I think I had like 100 of these. I paid $2 per item. They were like deluxe, what do they call them? They're like deluxe travel size. So they weren't like super tiny. I think this was an ounce. It sold for $9. My earnings were $4. I paid $2. So I made $2 profit. I did not rebuy those from my supplier because I was hoping I could sell those for more. This isn't necessarily a horrible sale, but it's not great. And I feel like I could have like doubled my money on this. So this is the Coach Hampton Collection Tan Pebble purse. This was in amazing condition. It had like a tiny scuff mark at the corner, but the inside, everything, it was in really good condition, you guys. I sold this for $45. That is nuts to me because I found some sold comps on this bag for $70 and up. I'm not sure why I sold that for so low, and I had just listed it. It had only been listed for 2 months. Sometimes you guys, and let me know if you ever get in the mood like this. I feel like a lot of us resellers do. Sometimes you just want to sell something. You know what I mean? Like, I think I remember around this time, this was also in April, that I was having a really hard time on Poshmark. I was not doing live sales. I was listing consistently, but I was getting like maybe 1 or 2 sales a day, which is pretty low for me considering when I'm listing consistently, I'm listing anywhere from like 15 up to 45 items every single day. So I remember at this time thinking like, I just have to get a couple sales in, accept a couple lowball offers so I can get the sales rolling. And I've always told you guys, I don't know, it's just like my conspiracy theory, but I do really feel like, and other resellers have told me they believe this, that when you accept the first offer that comes in the morning, as long as it's not too crazy, it really does get your sales moving. If you're listing things that people want to sell, if you're doing all the right things, right? You're listing the things that people want to buy, not to sell. You're listing it consistently. You're checking sell-through rate. I'm getting over a sinus infection. So this was one of those things where I was just like, whatever. She sent me a 45 offer. I think I had this listed at like 90, you guys. Because like I said, I found some sold comps anywhere from like 70 to $120. How am I going to make it through this video? We've just started and I have so many sales to go through. So it gave me a payout of 36 and I paid 19 for this. So I made a profit, but I feel like I should include this because I feel like if I held out, I could have made more. But isn't that always the battle we struggle with, right? We're like, do we just take this quick offer now? It's only been listed 2 months. Or do I hold out and wait and hope I can make double this? You know what I mean? You never know. I'll take what I can get, but I do feel like I could have gotten a lot more for that. New Adidas, let me look. It has like a really long name. They were new with the tags. I got these retail arbitrage at Ross. New with the tags, Adidas Original Superstar with the Sneaker Queen Black Limited Edition. I feel like I'm missing some words there, but I got these at Ross. I paid $24, that's with tax and everything, and they sold for $30 and I got paid out $24. So I literally made my money back. And in my opinion, that, I don't want to call this a failure, but that's not good. I so often, you guys, hear resellers say, well, at least I made my money back. And I'm like, to me, that's not good. I am not doing this to make my money back. I am doing this to make a profit. So anytime I make a sell and I've taken the time to photograph, to list, I'm storing it. You guys, a lot of you know, if you're not new around here, I pay for a storage unit every month and it's very expensive where I live. So I'm like, I'm not in this business to break even. I want to make a profit, and a great profit, on every sell. Like, that is the dream. That's why I'm doing this. So for me, I keep wanting to say it's a failure. It's not a failure. It's a learning experience, but I had these for almost 2 years, you guys. So when someone offered me $30, I was like, fine. Initially, when I listed these, there were no listed. No listed? You guys, I don't know. Listen, I have a fake tooth right now. I'm in the process of getting a dental implant because every baby I have, I lose 2 teeth. If you're an oldie but a goldie, you know my drama with my teeth. It's really sucky. But I have like this denture thing in my mouth, so I have this really pronounced lisp. I'm recovering from a sinus infection, so this is going to be a kooky one, okay? I can't talk. I've got things going on, but we're going to make it through. So yeah, I initially listed these, you guys, at like $120 because I was like, there are none listed. All the sold comps 2 years ago were over $100. But important caveat, I forgot to mention, these are a size 5, a women's size 5. And I almost never pick up a women's size 5. And the reason, I remember this day at Ross very clearly, the reason I picked them up is because it's like, there are no other shoes just like this listed in any size. So I was like, these were gonna have to fly. No, they did not fly. I had them for 2 years. So womp womp. That was really a sad sale, you guys. Here's another, I purchased these the same day as those shoes. These are retail arbitrage from Ross. They're the brand Milk and Honey. I don't know if this brand is sold anywhere else. I've only ever seen it at like Ross. It's like a little boutique brand. Really cute tops. I was going to keep them, but they didn't fit me. So I bundled them up. They're new without the tags. I got these when Ross has their like, what is it? Is it like their 25-cent sale? You know when they have those tags that like once or twice a year it goes down to like $1 or something. Anyways, I paid, these were 25 cents each. So I paid 50 cents total for these shirts. I lotted them up because they're the same size, and they sold, someone sent me an offer for $13. They had been listed a year, you guys. And so I accepted because I paid 50 cents, gave me a payout of $8. So 50 cents into 8, so it's like $7.50 profit. I personally don't consider that a win because I need to make more profit than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta pay storage. I'm doing this to make at least $20 profit. That is my, we're gonna have, I'm gonna have a lot of videos coming up, you guys. A lot of videos about how to make money reselling, how to make an extra $1,000, how to make an extra $5,000, how to make sure that you're hitting your goals every month. So those are coming up. If you're new, subscribe. But 2025, if I can't make a minimum of $20 profit, I'm probably not going to be picking things up. You guys know, my oldies but my goldies know. You guys know, I always say I'm not above a $5 flip. I'm not above a $10 flip. I love the $100 flips and the $500 flips, but I pick up to this point, I will pick up almost anything, you know, and flip it, because if I'm already at the bins and I see something that I can flip and make $10 profit, I usually will pick it up. But I'm getting to the point now where as life gets more chaotic and we add more people to the family and I add more jobs, my time is really limited. So I really have to be more strategic with what I'm taking my time to photograph, to list. I just can't, it doesn't make fiscal sense anymore for me to be photographing and listing these things that I'm making $7 profit on. I'm just not, that's not going to be it's never been the goal, but it's just not going to be something I do as much in 2025. I need to be making at least a $20 profit on every single thing I'm photographing, listing, and storing. So, and I feel like that's totally reasonable based on my location and my experience, and you know, so follow along, friends, because I will of course be documenting the process as I have been. Here's another one of those Kate Somerville Eradicate cleansers I sold for $8. Like, I was hoping to sell those, like I said, for anywhere from like 15 to maybe 18 on the high end, and they all sold for $8, which was really sad. Oh, Skims. I miss selling Skims. I sold a lot of Skims. 2024, my top 5 selling brands on Poshmark. I actually don't know the top 5. I just looked yesterday. I remember the top 1 was Skims, and next up was Lululemon, which really shocked me because I didn't think I'd sold that much Lululemon, but apparently I have. We could do a full breakdown on the top sellers on Poshmark, but these were the new, are these new with tags? New without the tags. This is the Skims sculpting line, and it's a thong. So it's like it sucks in the tummy, and it's a underwear all in one. And these sold for $13, which is not that great. Gave me a payout of $8. And these retail, Skims keeps doing price increases. These, I think, retail now for $32 for one thong, you guys. It's expensive. Brandy Melville. I thought this was such a cute little jacket coat thing. It's like a ribbed soft hoodie. This sold for $15, gave me an earnings of $9.98, and I paid $1 for it. So not bad, right? I'm not losing money on a lot of these sales that we're starting the video off with, but I'm not making a great profit, especially not to be photographing, listing, and storing this stuff. It's just not worth it to keep doing that. I'm trying to find some $3 sales for you, but I think honestly, you guys, all of my $3 sales that I've had on Poshmark this year were from live sales. If I have listed something and photographed it, I am not selling it to anybody for $3, you guys. I just can't do it. But all right, let me keep going because we have a lot more. Grab a snack, friends. I have had a lot of high dollar sales on Poshmark this year. I am going to be filming a video of my best sales in 2024, so make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed, because that's going to be a long one too. So I set my range on my sales from January 1st up until today. I'm filming this December 30th. And so I'm like now I've scrolled all the way through January, and I'm like, dang, I've had some really good sales on Poshmark this year. Here's one. I don't have the photo because this was one that was a live sell, but I did do like a quick list. These were Burberry glasses. They were actually, you pause this video. Just imagine it. I'll put like a picture on the screen of what these kind of look like. These were Burberry prescription glasses with the case. The glasses were in great condition. The frames, everything, great condition, authentic, serial number. I lost a lot of money on these. I forgot about this sale. This happened in February. Pause the video, comment in the comments how much you think these sold for. This was the Burberry prescription glasses, had the frames, everything, the dust cover, not the dust cover, the cloth to wipe them, and the Burberry case. I sold those in a live sale for $7. I know that I was probably smiling on the screen like, oh my God, girl, you got such a great deal. And then I'm like crying in the corner. They gave me a payout of $4, and I know specifically I paid $55 for that. So that is a huge loss. Holy moly. I know up until this point, I'm like, oh, I only made $5. I only made $7. I still made a profit. I lost like $50 on this sale. That is so bad, you guys. I remember the day of this live sale. This happened in February, and I had a lot of people in the live sale. This is when I was being really consistent. I was promoting my live sales. I was doing all the things you're supposed to do. I had like 60 people in there. So I was like, oh, these are at least going to get bid up to like $100. They sure didn't. And I kept saying like, these are prescription, but you guys, most of you that wear glasses know, you can just pop, well, I don't guess you can't do it yourself, but you could take it and get your prescriptions put in. It's super easy, you know what I mean? So I was like, if this is not your prescription, because they were prescription glasses, you can, the frames and that hurt, you guys. I totally forgot about this. This year has been a great learning lesson year for me, as every year has been, but especially with live sales, because I used to just think like, oh, there's 60 people in here. people are definitely going to bid this up. And that is what's so interesting about live selling, is that you could have 200 people in your room, but if nobody's bidding, it doesn't matter. It's so true. I used to think it was so corny when a couple of my really popular live selling friends would be like, girl, because I'd be like, oh my God, there was only 30 people in my live sell and it didn't go that great. And they're like, you literally just need 5 to 10 people who are bidding on your stuff to make a great live sell, to make a lot of money. Like, you can literally have 100 people. One of my friends was telling me I literally had 120 people in my live sell and things were selling for $5. And it was like new with tags Anthropologie, new with tags Skims. Like, it was horrible. And then the next sale, I had like 40 people and I was selling things for $50, $80, $200. So like, it's so true. Reselling in general is such a roller coaster, but especially live selling, you guys, it really doesn't matter how many people you have there if no one's bidding. So that I'm glad I included that sale. I'm glad I've gone way back, because that just reminded me how much that actually hurt. I totally forgot about that. These Coach flats, I thought these were so cute, you guys. I thought these were gonna sell so quick. I had these for almost 3 years. And so when someone sent me a $25 offer, I was just like, fine. I got these, I'm guessing based on my SKU, I got these from the Goodwill outlet, because it says I paid $2 for them. Anytime my cost of goods is like under $5, 99% of the time, that's from the Goodwill outlet. And I got paid out $17.98. So I did make a profit, but I'm going to be way more selective with Coach, you guys. And I really am going to check comps on every single item, even the purses, because a lot of times they'll just sit. A lot of the Coach stuff, even the newer stuff, will sit for so long, like years before it sells. So, lesson learned. Oh boy, let's talk. Let's talk about ThredUp. I'm actually scared to share these numbers with you guys, because wowee. If you are new to ThredUp or you haven't been selling there for a couple of years, they have completely changed their selling program multiple times, and basically like bread and butter things, in my opinion, and I'm going to share the numbers with you, are just not worth sending to them anymore. When I say bread and butter, I'm talking like Nike, Chico's, Talbots. Let's look at some other brands. Tommy Hilfiger, Cider. Oh my God. All right, friends, I've got my water. We're gonna make it through. So in 2024, I talked about this in my sourcing group. I need to talk about my sourcing group more often, you guys. I call it the sourcing group. I need to think of a better name for it, but it's basically, I started a reselling group 2024. It's been one of the highlights of my reselling, honestly, career, but this year, because it's just been so nice building a really small community of like-minded people. And anytime I have good or bad sales, I share it with the sourcing group. I will link that down below. And I told them earlier this year, I was like, I'm really testing out how I'm going to move forward with ThredUp. I am sending them very high-end luxury items, and I'm also sending them boxes of just like bread and butter stuff that I used to be able to send to ThredUp like 2017, 2018 and make $20 profit easy on all of these items. And now I'm making like pennies on the dollar. So I wanted to see what my selling strategy would be moving forward with ThredUp. And this year has taught me that unless it is a like mid-range to very high-end item, it's just not worth it to send it to ThredUp anymore. I'm not going to do these individually, you guys. I'm just going to put them on the screen, take a look at the photos. This Nike sports bra sold, gave me a payout of $265. This Scoop cardigan, which, by the way, fun fact, I didn't realize a couple months ago, I told you guys about Scoop, how when I lived in Beverly Hills, they had a store on Rodeo Drive. It was very expensive. I used to walk in there and just be like a cardigan would be like $500, like just a plain cotton cardigan. But I guess I knew they went out of business because when I was living there, the store on Rodeo closed, but I didn't realize that the brand sold or Walmart bought them. So now Scoop is sold there and it's not made the same. It's like a lot of their stuff, when I used to go in their store, was made in Italy. Almost all of it was made in Italy, made in Europe. And then like now it's just, it's kind of like fast fashion. So I feel bad because some of you DM'd me and you were like, are you talking about the Scoop that sold at Walmart? And I was like, no, girl. This Scoop, I would go in the store and like one sweater would be my rent. It was crazy. Like a coat there was literally like $2,000. So I looked it up. Apparently they went out of business, or they were going to go out of business and Walmart saved them and like totally rebranded. I don't know. But it's totally different from the Scoop I'm talking about like 10 years ago. So this is Scoop Walmart edition. Gave me a payout of $4.31. Luckily, you guys, I will tell you, all of these things that I'm talking about are from the Goodwill outlet. But these are all things that I used to be able to sell and make like $10, $20, $30 profit. Like this Nike sports bra. This, I used to be able, I was just looking at an old kit from 2 years ago. And I sold a Nike sports bra and it gave me a payout of like $19. So they cap now where these, in the regular kits, they cap where these bread and butter brands can sell at. Like they cap the price at like $20. So you're not making much. Like this Tommy Hilfiger shirt, this sold for $7.88 and it's giving me a payout of 93 cents. This cider cute little tank top sold for $8.29, gave me a payout of 80 cents. This was a pretty decent sale. This Helmet Lang tank top, this I actually was filming at the Goodwill outlet when I found this. I paid like $1.25 for this. I don't know if you guys have seen that video. It's a couple months old. This sold for $49.74, but I get a 29% payout, which is $14.88. That's not bad. That's the best sales price I have in this kit. This J. Crew fleece sweater, you guys, I sold this exact sweater on ThredUp in 2019 and it gave me a payout of $22. This gave me a payout of $3. It sold for $16.74, gave me a payout of $3. So you kind of get the idea, you guys. Like, I learned this year that bread and butter, like things that I can find really easily at the Goodwill outlet that I used to send to ThredUp and make like $10, $15, $20 profit, those days are gone because they really cap those brands at a price point that you're just making like a couple bucks if you're lucky. And then if you are trying to reclaim anything, it's $5.99 per item. So let's say you send something to them like the Nike sports bra doesn't sell and you want it back, they charge you $5.99, you guys. The RealReal does that also. I don't know if you guys know that. If the item has been on their website for less than a year. So after it's been on their website for a year and they've marked it down like 99%, because that's what they do, then you can request it back and they'll send it to you for free. But if it's before that year mark, they charge you $15. So it's actually cheaper. It's more affordable than what the RealReal will charge you to reclaim your items, but it's still a lot of money. And then they charge you a $14.99 service fee just to photograph and list the items. So you guys, I don't know if my voice is going to hold out. I was going to try to make this video an hour long. I don't think my voice is going to make it. We're probably going to have to cut to going to the thrift store. I have been sourcing so much, you guys. So this will still be a long video, but I think I need to rest my strained throat. I also had an open house. I've been doing a lot of real estate calls today, and I feel like my voice is just like, girl, let's chillax. So bread and butter is not happening on ThredUp anymore, you guys. I'm only sending them mid-range. And when I say mid-range, I'm talking like higher end mid-range stuff, like things that retail for a couple $100s up to things that retail for a couple $1,000s. Like right now, I have a couple Gucci purses listed. I have some Chanel sunglasses that these Chanel sunglasses, if I can remember, I'll put them on the screen. They have like almost 200 hearts. You know, on ThredUp, if you see an item that you're interested in, you can heart it and it'll like notify you if it goes on sale or something. These sunglasses have almost 200 favorites, which I've never had an item that had that much interest. They just haven't sold yet, which is really interesting because usually Chanel sells very fast for me on ThredUp and the RealReal. So Like I have some Chanel sunglasses that retailed for about $1,500 listed. So that's my moving forward with ThredUp. Unless it is a very high retail price item that I know that is worth the fees at ThredUp and that I think will sell quickly so I don't have to reclaim it, I'm not sending it to ThredUp. So I used to be sending, a lot of you know this, a lot of you have discovered me through my ThredUp videos. Comment down below if that's how you found me. Oh my God. I'm not gonna make it, friends. A lot of you will be like, oh my gosh, I found you from your ThredUp videos. It's like, wow, really? I used to do a lot of ThredUp videos, but I was also selling a lot on ThredUp. Like any given week, I was sending them like 5 to 10 boxes a week, you guys, because it was a dream for someone who works full time and I just don't have a lot of time to list all that stuff myself. It was so great. Those were the good old days. But right now I'm sending them about 1 to 2 boxes per month, but these boxes are very high value boxes like Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and very expensive like obscure brands that are new to me that I'm getting in pallets. A lot of Rent the Runway pieces that retail for a couple $100s. Like that's what I'm sending them, so that right now in 2024 on ThredUp, I've been making a net profit on the low end monthly of $1,000 up to a couple thousand net. But I am also sending them like boxes that resell value, like I said, are worth a ton of money. So it's very time consuming to do it this way. It's actually taking me more time to send them less boxes because I'm being really meticulous. Like I'm creating an Excel spreadsheet, and I don't like to use that word very often. I can't stand creating Excel spreadsheets, you guys, outside of work, because my job is very much data, spreadsheets, sheets, and formulas. So like when I'm in reseller mode, I try to avoid that. But because this stuff, I'm spending a lot of money on it. You know what I mean? So like the Gucci purses and the Louis Vuitton wallets. So I make an Excel spreadsheet and I itemize every single thing. I write it down, type it in, every single thing I'm sending to them in that box, and I also photograph it. Because sometimes, I haven't had this happen very often, but if they lose your items, you want to have as much proof as possible of what you actually sent them. So I photograph it and then I send it off. So it's very time consuming because sometimes in these boxes, I can have like close to like 100 items. Like the box I just sent them yesterday had 92 items in it. So I need a water break. Oh my gosh, this hurt, you guys. Case in point. All right, now if you've stuck around, we're getting into the nitty gritty. I'm gonna keep going until literally my voice will not let me continue. This Versace shirt sold for $27 on the RealReal. It was discounted 40%. Originally they listed it at $45, and it gave me a payout of $5. That hurts. That was my own personal top. I wore it a lot for work. Oh man, that sucks. So, like I said, this year was a very much learning year for me with consignment selling and selling on the ThredUp and the RealReal. But I will say it hurt to learn because I lost quite a bit of money. I'm just going through the months. I actually have some really good sales. Like here's some Gucci that sold for $500, Gucci that sold for $400. So I will include those in the best sales of this year. But I'm only trying to share with you the duds. Oh, you know what? I guess I didn't do as bad on the RealReal as I thought. I thought it would be worse than this. I actually made pretty good money on the RealReal this year. This is sad. This Miu Miu Continental wallet, this sold, oh my gosh, this was such a cute wallet. This sold for $47, you guys. It was discounted 55% off. So originally they had it listed at $105. It got discounted 55%, and I got a payout of $9. That's really sad. I'm just staring at you guys blankly like, that's really sad. Oh, that's so sad.